The state of the climate is dismal. A report from the U.S.'s National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration confirmed that 2016 was a year of extreme heat, surpassing 2015 as the warmest year since records began 137 years ago. A strong El Nino, coupled with long-term global warming, led to land and sea surface temperatures reaching unprecedented heights in 2016, making it the hottest year on record. The planet's greenhouse gas emissions likewise went up, with carbon dioxide concentrations increasing to more than 400 parts per million for the first time ever. Global sea levels are at their highest, at 3.25 inches more than the 1993 average. The past 2 decades have seen sea levels go up at an average of 0.13 inches annually, with the Western Pacific and Indian Oceans showing the highest rates of increase. Water and precipitation cycles exhibited extremes, with droughts plaguing parts of Africa and South America. Other areas, meanwhile, were beset by floods and tropical cyclones, which in 2016 numbered 93. The report's findings emphasize that the symptoms of climate change show no sign of slowing and will likely intensify unless major changes are made. But with recent blows to efforts combating climate change, including the Trump administration pulling out of the Paris Agreement, it seems we'll see more record-breaking weather in the years to come. We're burning up! Major heat wave to hit Southwest U.S. Cities in the Southwest are bracing for record-breaking high temperatures over the next few days, which may put the lives of some in jeopardy. High pressure will take hold in the atmosphere across the U.S. Southwest, creating a weather phenomenon known as a heat dome. In a high-pressure system, dense air sinks to the Earth and traps heat near the surface. When heat is trapped, air quality deteriorates as well. Parts of Arizona and California are expected to reach record-shattering triple-digit temperatures next week. The temperature for Phoenix is predicted to hit 121 degrees on Tuesday. Locals say they'll stay in the pool to counter the heat. If you are in the area, don't forget to stay hydrated. South Asia faces a hot, humid, and deadly future. Climate change will make parts of South Asia too hot to live in by the end of the century, threatening the lives of millions of the world's poorest people. In 2015, more than 3,500 people were killed in heat waves in the region, but things are apparently going to get much, much worse. The authors of a new study say densely populated agricultural regions in South Asia will experience increases in heat and humidity that will make them uninhabitable by the year 2100. The scientists say if climate change continues on its current trajectory, heat waves will cause the wet bulb temperature to rise to deadly levels in parts of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Wet bulb temperature is calculated by combining temperature, humidity, wind speed, sun angle, and cloud cover to measure heat stress in direct sunlight. According to the study, by the year 2100, 75% of South Asia's population would experience wet bulb temperatures higher than 31 degrees Celsius, which is dangerous for humans. In this scenario, 4% of the population would also experience deadly wet bulb temperatures exceeding 35 degrees. South Asia is home to 1/5 of the world's population and has high levels of poverty. Scientists say the poor will feel the brunt of rising temperatures because they lack access to air conditioning and other methods to beat the heat. They say cutting greenhouse gas emissions would help lower the impact of climate change on the poor. Solar panels may not be all that good for the environment. America's growing reliance on solar power may have created a new enemy for environmentalists, a greenhouse gas that's thousands of times more potent than CO2. Greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. are 82% carbon dioxide. The gas nitrogen trifluoride, or NF3, accounts for only a small margin, but is on the rise. CO2 levels have risen only 5.6% from 1990 to 2015. But levels of NF3 have seen more than 1,000% increase over those same 25 years. This exponential rise has been linked to the manufacturing sector, which uses the chemical to make solar panels, semiconductors, and LCDs. NF3 is mainly used as a cleaning agent to clear away excess silicon. Though mostly eliminated during use, a small percentage is leaked into the atmosphere. It's unclear exactly how much has been leaked, but scientists warn that NF3 is highly effective at trapping heat and can remain in the atmosphere for up to 740 years. Scientists warn that NF3, when combined with CO2 and other greenhouse gases, could lead to a climate problem, especially with NF3 emissions rising not only in the US, but in growing solar markets in Asia as well. With carbon dioxide proving difficult to limit, environmentalists could soon target NF3 in their quest to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. United Nations agency says 2015 probably is hottest year ever. Days before international climate talks will take place in Paris, a United Nations agency has announced that climate change is to blame for extreme weather this year and temperatures that have reached record-breaking heights. The World Meteorological Organization reports that the global temperature in 2015 is 0.73 degrees higher than the 1961 to 1999 average, and warmer by 1 degree compared to 1880 to 1889, making it likely to be the hottest year on record. The rise in temperature is largely due to global warming, with waters heating up as they absorb up to 90% of the greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere. This year's strong El Nino phenomenon is likewise heating up the climate, with waters in the Pacific getting warmer, in turn increasing air temperature. Both Asia and South America are having their hottest year on record, while Africa and Europe are experiencing their second hottest. The trend is expected to continue in 2016, when the impact of El Nino will be most strongly felt. Experts say this is all bad news for the planet. World leaders are expected to discuss measures to combat the Earth's rapidly warming weather at next week's climate summit.